Hey people. I don't know where to start with this video, but it's information that's been coming into my awareness over a long period of time. And it just gets more and more sinister and more vile as time goes on. It's basically just, it's like just a log for me, evidence log, and also just an update for my situation in case it helps somebody else. But basically, in 2022, I got a home improvement loan. Seemed pretty standard. Didn't really think there was anything untoward about it until I started on a journey of trying to apply for business finance. And then the organisation who I got this home improvement loan were blocking all my business loan opportunities and have subsequently caused havoc to my financial position, my financial situation, my credit file, everything. Me trying to get it sorted out and use all the appropriate processes over about 18-month period now has resulted, it just gets worse and worse and worse. And it's because they've done really criminal things that they're trying to get away with. They're trying to make everything go back to normal so they don't get found out, but they've been found out. So basically, when I started to look for business finance, it was a year pretty much after I got this home improvement loan. And then I had to go to them and ask them why. So like one of the lenders that I had found had brought it to my awareness that that particular charge wasn't on my property for the home improvement loan. So I had to go to them and ask them why it wasn't on there. And then basically I had to give up a loan opportunity for business that kept me waiting for like 3 or 4 months because it wasn't on the house deeds. And then eventually it was. And then when it showed up there, that was worse because what they put on there is mega fraud. Mega fraud. Like I should have had lawyers and things for what they've put on there. And basically they'd put themselves down as a beneficiary to my house. So I've mentioned it in other videos, I've kind of alluded to it in other videos, but it's like little bits of information keep dropping like for me to actually like understand like the magnitude of the crimes committed here. And basically beneficiaries, when you're a beneficiary, it means you're a beneficiary of a trust. Now, to my knowledge, I haven't got a trust on my property. I haven't done one yet. I'm quite young, really. Like it's not the sort of thing a young person thinks about. Someone like people think about it if your house is over a certain value, which mine does fall into that category because they start taxing you and stuff more. So like the different valuations of like for business premises and land and like all different types of things. So you start getting like taxed for inheritance tax over a certain amount of things. But I don't even have a will. Like all of this bullshit that's happened over the last 2 years has made me think about all of this stuff because people have tried to get me out of the way to take my house. So, and I just didn't know that people did this. These are people in positions, like, they've got title, they're in positions, like, you, in jobs. They're like literally engineer situations for people to commit suicide so they can take their assets. And they've already got the trust in place. They've already got the life insurance in place. It's disgusting. But it's this bank that's done it. And then trying to like deal with like the ombudsman and stuff, you're just dealing with plebs at the front desk that have got no clue about actually the seriousness of the crimes committed, and they try and fob you off and fob you off and fob you off. But it's really that bad. So they've got a trust, they've set up a trust on my house, and there's beneficiaries to it. So there's trustees, there's guarantors. So there's beneficiaries to a trust that's been set up on my house, like as security. And they've been deliberately blocking me from getting, they've put restrictions on the land registry to stop me from getting a business loan, because they don't want me to pay off the loan. They've pushed me into recession, essentially, into depression and poverty. And they wanted me to die so they could cash in on the life insurance and have the trust. And they thought I wouldn't find out. This is a bank. I'm not going to name the bank's name, but this is a bank. This is an institution that's registered with the Financial Conduct Authority and the Financial Service Authority in England, in the UK. And I would have never been in the know about the ins and outs of how all of these institutions or anything work if these grave crimes had not happened to me. So they don't want you to have an income and actually just, they don't want you to actually be able to pay anything off, because they want to push you out of the way into so much debt that you can't cope. So you give up all your assets and everything, and they can just cash in on everything that they've already set up behind your back. Anyway, I just wanted to make this video about that because it's really disturbing. And they're banking on you and you're not being able to do anything legally to stop it, but I am, because anything that I signed with them is void because of this. Like any agreement that I had with them is void. I didn't agree to them to set up a trust behind my back with beneficiaries and trustees and guarantors, and no, I just agreed to a loan. Like, that's it, a loan, a reciprocal arrangement for that amount of money. Nothing else, none of all of this additional security, and then for them to be leeches on me to that extent and to stop me from actually doing anything or contributing anything to my own life. In fact, I never signed up for 1 second anything towards a trajectory that would lead to me ending my life. I was building my future, and they've completely got in the way of it. Don't obviously not align. They're not in my future. They never wanted to be in it because they didn't really care about retaining me as a customer or anything like that. They wanted to end me, literally end everything about me. So yeah, just making this video because I can't be the only one that's been screwed over like this. And it's taken, I'm pretty astute. So it's taken me the best bit of 18 months to get to this position, to really, really accept how dastardly and wicked the whole situation is. But if I have to take them to court, then that's what I'm going to have to do, because you don't do that shit and act like it's normal. It's not fucking normal. It's not normal. Thanks for being here. Thanks for watching. If this helps you out, let me know. Because I want to meet other people who have been shafted like I have, quite frankly. It's a very isolating situation. Very lonely situation. And you're not alone. You're not alone. You're not crazy. You have been done over. So you're like, everything you're feeling, everything you're intuiting is correct. Trust in God, because that's all I've had. Honestly, that's all I've had. Just my belief in God, and that God is doing it for a reason, and that it's all going to be for a reason. And it is, because all of this information has been brought to my awareness. This is really wicked. And it's like it's deliberately causing the crash. It's deliberately causing economic crash for ordinary people like me, like people who just want to live and work, not trying to shaft anyone, just want to live my own life and earn my own money and live independently. Shafting me out of my own life and my own independence to essentially transfer my wealth to them behind closed doors. I don't fucking think so. You got found out royally. Everything happens for a reason. Everything. I got pushed out of my old career. So after I got that loan, I got pushed out of my old career really quite violently. It felt very violent. I'd just developed chronic fatigue. Just got knocked off my bike. I was like, what the frick? And then I just had to commit to my art. I had to trust and commit to my art. It was like literally all I had. While I was sick, it was all I had. All I had was my creativity. All I had was what was coming out of me while I was in bed. All of that. I just had to trust in it. And I've had to trust in it ever since. Even without any money, because everyone's been blocking me left, right and centre from earning anything. But this is why. Because God wanted me to know about this corruption and this theft. Really bad fraud, like brazen. Who the fuck wakes up and like, I'm gonna do, and it's like they'll only do it to people like me who's sole proprietors, I think. I would not imagine they'd be trying this on with joint people that I've got joint proprietorship or anything like that. They'll only be trying it on with weakling females who will have no idea that it's just women that they can financially abuse, because they like, we are the patriarchy males, and we are superior, and we know everything, and we make the rules. I don't fucking think so. You're going to prison, mates. Whoever's behind all of this shit, prison awaits. Prison awaits. You don't fucking do that without any recourse. I don't fucking think so. My life has been hell for pretty much 2 years because of this crap. And I was going to get to the bottom of it, that I knew one way or another God would guide me to what the fuck was going on. I did not sign anything to say it's okay for you to make trusts or, just appoint these people to trusts and have guarantee on my house. And nope, where was I? I didn't sign for that. I didn't have any legal representation saying that was okay. Goodbye. Have a nice time in your prison cells, because that time is coming. You can't do that shit. You can't do that shit. It is very illegal. Very illegal. And you should very much not be operating in a bank or have any sort of custodianship of that kind of responsibility that people entrust in people in those positions. That we trust people in those positions to not be corrupt and illegal and fraudulent. I mean, that is like kind of basic rule and order, like for a functioning society. I didn't come here on earth to build wealth for people to nick like that. Not a chance. Not a chance in hell. So if this helps somebody else who's in my position, that is a good thing. If you are a lawyer who specialises in this crap, let me know. Get in touch with me, email me. This is fucking shady as hell. Really wicked. Anyway, as ever, I've been struggling financially for 2 years. I'm getting to the crux of exactly why. And it's more and more depraved as time goes on. So if you can and feel called to help me out financially, the ways to do it are in the about section of my channel. Love you all. See you in the next video. Bye-bye.